versus Malfurion.
I must protect the one.
Watch your back.
So I'm definitely scared of Token Druid. Do I keep this hand? Shaku's kind of questionable. I have a lot of 1-drops. I don't think Shaku's a keep with this deck. Journey Below is an okay 1-drop.
The light protects me.
Okay, so he is aggro. That's a much better 1-drop. Let's play that card. Question is, do I backstab the Squire here? I don't think I really see much reason to. If he wants to play some kind of Mark of the Lotus or Power of the Wild or whatever, I could still backstab it. Oh, I guess he can make this trade, huh? But I can dagger backstab the other one. And then my dagger can clean this up next turn. Given that he's aggro, the Druid of the Claw was actually a pretty nice pickup off the Swashbuckler. Hopefully the Hallucination can get me something just as good. That card's a bit of an issue. Let's try to get Wrath, I guess. Forger, because he's cheap and easy to play, I suppose.
Beetleberry, my favorite.
Whatever he gets here, it's pretty problematic. Yep, Divine Shield means I can't even kill it with my current hand. No, that's not true. I can charge the Druid of the Claw into it. And I think that is the play. Vicious Fledgling, you just can't leave that card up. And it's actually a pretty big tempo hit for him if he has to use his hero power here, so it's not that big a deal that I leave this at 1 health. Plus there's the whole, like, not dying thing. Living Mana. The other 2 cards in his hand have to be pretty bad to justify that, I would think. Well, I guess I'm just gonna play the Bully here. I didn't do the math, but I'm probably dead to Savage Roar. At least very close. Oh right, he can't play Savage Roar because of having only 1 mana. I still take 10 damage here though, which is pretty ridiculous. Let's play this guy. Plus 3 health for sure. And we'll kill a 2/2.
Beetleberries, my favorite.
This 5/8 taunt should do a lot of work here. And I think I'm hoping my Swashbuckler can get me some healing. Druid has some pretty solid healing options. Nice, the taunt dealt with all of that. Moonglade Portal, easy. Jade Blossom's not really the card. See if we can get like a taunt or something. None of these are good. Man, I got Jade Golem synergy. Woo. But that doesn't keep me alive. Maybe Zeril can get Arcane Shot here. Shadow Step is not Arcane Shot. Let's go ahead and Shadow Step the Swashbuckler. I want to make sure I get another card out of it. I think it's pretty unlikely that he would have traded into it there, but I wanted to make sure I got the card. And Ancient of Lore is actually not bad. It is a heal, a pretty bad one, but still a heal. That's kind of bad for me. If he trades into my Burgly Bully, I wouldn't even be able to kill the Mukla without having to give up my heal. But it looks like he didn't want to trade into it. Oh, Shadowcaster for the Ancient of Lore is probably pretty good. Because he's not gonna expect me to be able to copy it or anything. I doubt he does anything to kill my Ancient of Lore. He actually has a lot of cards in his hand though. I guess 2 of them are bananas, so they're not really cards. What the fuck? How does he have no play with that big of a hand? He has 2 bananas and 4 real cards and passed on 9 mana. What the fuck? How dead am I next turn? Can this, like, find me a taunt or something? I'm so scared. Sherazin's not relevant in this matchup, I don't think. Might still be the best card here. Let's just go for Aya Razor Petal, I suppose. As much as I'm pretty scared of his hand, I actually don't think I needed to play the second Ancient of Lore that turn. I think I can wait on the Shadowcaster. Should be difficult for him to deal 13 from his hand. Here come the bananas, probably a Mark of the Lotus. Power of the Wild, same thing. Okay. Well, that's everything. I think this extra 5 healing is actually going to be pretty devastating. Unless I have lethal. 10, 14, 16. No way, this is lethal. Well, this is happening every time, so let's go ahead and start with this. Maybe he'll just concede when he sees it. Make the turn a little bit easier. No? Okay. We're just gonna clean up his board here and then play an Edwin. I believe I have 24 damage next turn. I guess I can also get a Razor Petal for 25. Damn, nice. Shadowcaster Ancient of Lore OP.
Valera versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
Watch your back.
Am I supposed to keep a Hallucination at this deck? I have 4 minions that are playable on turn 1, but Hallucination is okay. I think this is a questionable keep. I think Hallucination's a better turn 1 play than Journey Below. Holy shit, this is a bad selection. I guess Blessing of Might is the best card there. Like, Lay on Hands is a good card, but I don't think against this deck I'm gonna go that late. Although the healing would have actually been pretty nice. But again, I have to survive 7 more turns to play it. Let's go ahead and play Shaku here. Shaku's pretty good since I picked up the Blessing of Might. I can make it a 5/3. I can one-shot one of his dudes, get a card, and force him to trade into it. So let's start with the Shaku play, see what I can pick up. Alright, well I got the Lay on Hands anyway. And we're gonna Hero Power here to kill the 1/1. So he's hopefully forced to trade the 2/3 in. So my Razor Petal Lasher will let me kill that if I want. And yeah, I probably do want to kill a 6/2, don't I? I can start with the Journey Below. I think that's fine. Sherazin every time.
Here we go.
So unfortunately I use a lot of my cheap stuff with this play, but Zerial can get me some more cheap stuff to activate my Vile Spine Slayers. Alright, the Stonehill Defender tells me he's a slower list. But even the slower lists can pull out some crazy damage. So I do still need to be careful. I could backstab as 1/1 and Vile Spine the 1/4, but that just doesn't really seem like a good use of my resources. So we'll just go Sherazin pass. I could have also just used the backstab to clear the 1/4 in combination with my 2/2. But I think the backstab is better used as a Vile Spine activator. This 1/4's not really doing anything, and Sherazin can just kill it. That's kind of annoying. Well, now I kind of just have to waste my backstab, so I can Vile Spine this guy. That's kind of a bummer. Maybe the healing from this Lay on Hands is actually going to come into play. I drew a pretty expensive draw, so this Sherazin might actually be a little bit difficult to use.
Let me...
Just going for it. I don't even currently have an answer to that. Shadow Step is good. Shadow Step makes my Vile Spine cost 3. I have 4 mana left over. If I go for Mimic Pod and get a cheap card, I can res my Sherazin.
So many options.
But that's pretty unlikely. I should probably just play Zeril. So let's start with Zeril, see what I get. Another Shadow Step card. Well, I have to play the 0 mana Shadow Step here. I don't think it's super likely that he has 5 here. Could be Consecration True Silver. But other than that, 5 is not really a number that deck deals. If that hit a Bluegill plus War Leader is lethal. But if you had that, you'd play the War Leader first before the Chum, I think. Sunkeeper. Alright. So this makes my guy cost 2 less, so this combo is 4, 5, 8. I think I like that. Lets me res the Sherazin. So we'll start with Mimic Pod. Oh wow, N'Zoth. Unfortunately, this isn't like a super control heavy matchup, or that would actually be sick. Let me kill Tarim. Make this trade. Give a minion plus 3 attack, we'll just play Patches. So I'm pretty firmly ahead on board. If I don't die this turn, I can Lay on Hands up to a pretty safe life total. I think I'm actually feeling pretty okay about this game. Alright, 8 health. That's a little bit annoying. Maybe I don't even Lay on Hands this turn. The other Vile Spine looks pretty good here. What is this? Give a guy plus 3 attack. Alright, let's go for this. And we can one-shot this guy. I don't think I can do this because then I'm dead to True Silver. And I don't want to be dead to True Silver. I wonder if there's value in keeping this 1/1 on the board. It's probably smart to try to get this 5 damage in. Even though with this hand, there's actually a 0% chance I lose the late game. But pressuring life total right here is more like a short-term option. And I guess that played around Primordial Drake, which I admittedly was not thinking about, but probably should have been. If I play N'Zoth, I'm dead to True Silver or maybe some kind of War Leader stuff, so I don't really want to do that. I guess this is the Lay on Hands turn. I'll trade Sherazin in first, because sometimes if this picks up a backstab, I can res the Sherazin. I think I'm just going to play some 1/2s here. The only way Hallucination lets me get Sherazin back is if I hit, I believe, exactly Forbidden Healing. So there's no reason to go for that. Hopefully he doesn't have a really strong onboard play here. That's not too bad. I can double Eviscerate that, play Elise and a 1 mana card. That's probably the line of play.
This jungle hides
And this is 4 things, so I get Sherazin back. Pretty good turn. I said earlier that I'm not going to lose the late game. But I can lose to Tyrion, I guess. Alright, that's a bit of an issue. I mean, 3 mana draw 3. It's not that much better than Arcane Intellect. But I was hoping to run him out of cards. He has a Murloc in his hand that he's been holding for a while. I guess I suspect it's a War Leader. Coldlight Seer could also make sense. I'm not sure if the Stonehill Defender version has room for Coldlight Seers, but I guess if he's playing Divine Favor, he's still pretty aggressive. Not really sure. He's trading, that makes me very happy. Let's just play N'Zoth here. N'Zoth is pretty solid. Alright, so I got some Sherazins back. And let's just fully trade. I have easy lethal on board next turn. No reason to leave up a 1-3 that could potentially become like a 5-7 or something.
Put your faith in the light.
Tyrion off the Stonehill Defender. I might still have lethal though. I believe I do. I'm 1 off here actually, I think. Hero Power the Divine Shield. Send a 5 into 3 into it. I only have 20 damage.
So many.
Wow, this is not good, huh? I can actually lose here. Let's see if this can get me something. I guess Eye for an Eye is the play. Sometimes this can get me damage. Let's try Mimic Pod. Alright, Backstab gives me lethal. Nice. Okay. I think I would have been fine with Eye for an Eye, right? Although I might have had to use my dagger on Tyrion. It might have been a draw if I had to play Eye for an Eye. But good old Mimic Pod found me a Backstab. Let's see, Backstab did it, Razor Petal Lasher did it. I actually wasn't very likely to get lethal off that Mimic Pod. Oh well, I did.